Tripping on the Zan out in feudal Rhode Island. Tripping on the Zan out in feudal Rhode Island. Tripping on the Zan out in feudal Rhode Island. Tripping on the Zan out in feudal Rhode Island. I was tripping off the Zanny, I was leaning. Off that codeine, I was smoking. On that OG, I was tripping. You know when niggas stay tripping.
Hey yo, what up world? This is Akinola and you're watching Rebel Life TV and this is Rhode Island Rappers.
Yo, check it. I'm not your ordinary individual. I'm extraordinary and driven to the physical with lyricals to broaden out the visual. Beyond the digital recordings I deliver you. I'm giving you an interview of all that I've been living through. The struggle, it's more than just the slaughter of my syllables. Predicates and pronouns can get profound. I look around for dead presidents in Ghost Town. Rest in peace to Key. I see that he's home now. I'm still in preparation for my destination.
Alright, today we got episode 9, Rhode Island Rappers. Akinola, straight from Pawtucket, man.
What's going on everyone? It's Akinola, you already know.
Alright, man, let's get into this interview. So, how long have you been rapping for?
I've been rapping since 13 years old, man.
What?
Yup. I don't know, you know, when or how or what inspired me as far as just that, oh, I want to be a rapper. But I do know that I was listening to, I think I was listening to some Ludacris, maybe something Ludacris at the time.
Right. Yeah.
And it was like, yo. Then Eminem, then 50 Cent. I'm like, oh. Okay.
How to do it.
Alright, let's do this. Nelly. And then Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life and all of that. I'm like, I had to go back to Reasonable Doubt. When I heard Reasonable Doubt, I was like, what? I'm like, so around 13 years old, this is, I don't know, maybe like 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, around those years. Yeah, I've been rapping since then.
Alright, so how long have you been living in Rhode Island for?
All my life, and I'm proud of it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love Rhode Island. I love Pawtucket. I mean, I would encourage anybody to at least stop by, you know, drive through Broadway, Central Falls, anywhere.
Yeah.
This side of Pawtucket, that side of Pawtucket, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all cultural, you know what I'm saying? It's like a melting pot. Everybody is out here, you know.
Okay.
Everybody got their individual struggles. Everybody's doing their things. Everybody shows love and support. Of course, you got the shady sides, but that's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a unique, it's a special place. And I would encourage anybody who's just in Connecticut or Boston, maybe just drive through, say what up. You know what I'm saying? We'll show love.
We cool.
We'll show love. You know, that's what's up.
Yeah. Can you describe Pawtucket for people? You know?
Yeah, well, I went to Tolman High, so.
Yeah.
So Tolman, let's see. Tolman is nothing like Shay. I'm gonna just say that right off the rip.
Yeah.
Shay, I probably was more of a Shay type of. I was probably more of the one who would have appreciated Shay more than Pawtucket, because Shay was like, it was so diverse. You know what I'm saying? So much culture there, and I never understood the rivalry. Like I never understood. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's more like. Well, I went to Tolman, and to me, Tolman was more like it just seemed like I wasn't as loose as I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's definitely a little more strict over there.
Yeah, so Pawtucket, I'd say if you went to Tolman, you know exactly what Pawtucket is like.
Yeah.
But for the people who don't know what Tolman is like, it's just, you know, like any other high school out there, you know, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. You know, you got your ups, your downs, your highs, and your lows. That's what Pawtucket is like. The struggle's everywhere. So, you know, but the love is there. The love and the support is definitely there.
Could you describe the music scene in Rhode Island?
Yeah, I could describe the music scene in Rhode Island. Shoot, I know for sure Street Hustlers was holding it down for a grip. And Prospect Heights, that's what I do know for sure. They've been holding it down since I could remember. I remember we did shows at Tommy's Lounge. I remember they were there when, you know, we were linking up and doing shows there. I could name a few people right off the top of my head. I don't know how appropriate it is. But I know my man J Too Nice, Heavy, J Heavy. You know, I was running with them for a little bit. You know, we had a connection. So the music scene really, I mean, it stems from street hustlers. If you ask me, I don't know any other group that's been really consistent with putting things down other than the street hustlers. Out on 560 Prospect Street in Pawtucket. You know, there's a lot of real cats out here. There's a lot of fake motherfuckers out here too. Let's not front. But as far as I'm concerned, street hustlers, 420 International Coalition. Even at one point, Charles Brown was doing his thing with Audio Liquor. You know, you have there's some artists that I could name, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna name them. We already know who they are. We know who they are. I respect you. Just know that. I respect you. When I see you, I'm gonna show love. I've been to some of their shows. They're doing great. You know what I'm saying? And these are guys that was around our time. Like there's a younger generation of artists like J Deuce and Young. What's the other dude's name? Young. You just did an interview here. He had the bucket hat on. He has the dreads. I forget his name, but. He made that song called IDC. I don't care. Young Will. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. There's a lot of talent here in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and Rhode Island overall. So that's the music scene to me.
Yeah. Shout out Young Will, you know. That's my boy. Cool. But so talk about like the sound that comes out of Rhode Island and shit.
Well.
In the hip hop area, because there's rock, there's everything.
Yeah, more particularly hip hop. I really believe it. The sound here is influenced by like the West Coast. It's influenced by down south, the Midwest. I would even stretch and say Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But really, I would say New York. There's a portion of it that's really New Yorky, which really is like lyricky. And like real hard lyrics, and I'm thinking of some artists right now that can really, if they went to New York, they'll get love. Yep. So yeah, I think the South has really got a heavy influence on the artists here in Rhode Island, if you ask me, and I like that sound. I mean, if you want to call it trap, or if you want to call it like some high tempo, fast tempo, hi-hats, whatever you want to call it, trap music, it's dope. The messages, I mean, as far as content, we're not talking about content, we're talking about the sound. So if we want to talk about content, I think the content is, it's limited. If there was anything that could improve, it could be the content in the music. Like I said, there's some artists here from that was born and raised in Rhode Island that sound like they could be like from New York, somewhere in Brooklyn, in Brownsville or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then there's some artists who sound like they could be from Chicago, Houston, Chicago. Yes. Yeah, Chicago. Chicago, you know how the Chicago that rap and whatnot with drill music, and I respect that whole movement. You know what I'm saying? Because it's art, and I'm a fan of art. I am inspired by just vibration. Period. If it sounds good, it's like I listen to Young Thug. You know, I listen to Kevin Gates. I'm just listening to the sound of the music. Like like they really Future. You know, everybody. So yeah, Rhode Island is like a mix of everywhere.
Yeah. So, what does the music scene out here need to grow though in Rhode Island? Like, what's missing? What are we lacking in?
He's in the damn that shit.
Yeah, well, like I said, the content. It needs to. We need to have a extended range in content. I mean, you don't always have to talk about the streets and this and that, which it's essential. So talk about the streets, talk about the struggle. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of. That's like a foundation, if anything. If it's your foundation, then talk about it. But once you start growing and maturing as an artist, not a rapper. There's a difference between an artist and a rapper. I mean, But once you start maturing as an artist, you begin to understand how to cater to certain type of, you know, populations. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can always cater to the streets. The streets is gonna fuck with you if you keep it a buck. The streets is always gonna fuck with you. You know, it's when you really start like expanding your vision. It's when you want to start considering the type of messages you're crafting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like Jose rocks with you in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because Jose can relate to you. You know what I'm saying? He came up in Manton Projects or somewhere in Chad or somewhere in the East Side, and he could relate to the struggles of a young, you know, a minority coming up in the projects, going to a overly crowded, populated school where the teens are like pregnant and everybody's having babies and stuff like that. He could relate to police brutality and all of that kind of stuff. But, you know, someone out in West Bumblefuck who listens to hip hop music and has heard of you, they're not gonna really. You want to at least be able to extend your range so much to where you can capture their attention, to where you could even go perform at URI, Rick, Rhode Island College, University of Rhode Island, Johnson and Wales, you name it. You want to be able to go to these places. That way, you're not limiting yourself as an artist, because that's one thing that can really hold an artist back is his creativity and his subject matter. So if anything is to change in Rhode Island or improve, it's your content, your subject matter, and your range and depth as an artist. As far as in addition to you know content and subject matter and range and depth from an artist, Rhode Island also needs platforms like this. 730 Records, and just everything that comes with just capturing the artist's grind and progression. They need these type of platforms to get the artist's message out. You know what I'm saying? I think this is an excellent platform for artists, and this is only the beginning. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of imitations out there trying to capitalize. They're just trying to capitalize. They're not really appreciating the artist. We got artists from Newport coming out here that they're being shown love, like real genuine love. They're not being looked at as a customer. They're being looked at as someone who is grinding, and we're gonna do our best and what we know to put you on. You know what I'm saying? And this is where you get it.
Shit, we ain't worried about the politics and shit. What I'm saying? Just about the music.
I already know.
Shit, fucking.
So that's what Rhode Island needs. More platforms like this.
Yeah, people open the work together, you know what I'm saying? Not just fucking worry about clout and shit, you know what I'm saying? And money, and it's crazy. But so talking about that though, who do you listen to from Rhode Island and shit? Actually, Pawtucket first, since
Pawtucket. Honestly, I don't even be knowing where these artists be from. Yeah. To be honest with you, I just a friend of mine sent me a link to this record called Run It Up, and I listened to it. I'm in that space now where I could just listen to other artists. Like, I had my moment. Let me listen to artists, and I know of the artists that are out here doing their thing. I know Mile High is in Providence doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? But I heard the record Run It Up, and I was like, the first thing that I noticed was the sound, and I'm like, I like the sound already, so let me listen to the rest of the song. And that's usually how I go by. That's the process that I take. And so if it sounds dope, chances are I'm gonna listen to it. So when I heard it, I was listening to the lyrics, and the lyrics, I'm like, yo, like, considering how it sounds and what is being said, it's like I'm being basically I'm basically being told about an experience, someone else's experience. Like they're sharing something with me, and it's like so consistent. It's not like it's they're over here, they're over there. They're like really like I'm into structure. So when I'm listening to your music and I hear your lyrics, I'm listening to how you carry me through the song, and I heard it from the beginning of the song to the very end of the song. Like, yo, he really like took me through his experience. Like, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So J Deuce, Run It Up. Yeah, if you haven't heard it, go check it out. It's out there on YouTube and SoundCloud, and Shout outs to everybody out there.
Shout out
doing
to
their thing.
Jesus, man.
Proud City.
Yeah. So, what about, like, who do you feel is up next from Rhode Island?
Well, that's a loaded question. That's a loaded question. I'm up next.
I hear you. I hear you.
We up next.
Yeah.
Craft Legends. 730 Records.
Shit.
We up next.
Alright, so talk about your Craft Legends and shit, your apparel.
Man, it's been a long time coming. I'm just glad that I finally, was able to get on another track. Because the music track, man, everybody's on that music track, and it's just like, okay, like everybody's on the music track, like that's cool, man. Yeah. And it's good to be on the music track, but when you see the vision, when you see that it's not even just the music, it's like where everyone's running to, the industry is right now probably on its last leg. Maybe it has 2 legs. It's like people are going independent now. People are smartening up. They're becoming more aware. The internet is pretty much at our disposal. We can do pretty much what we want. So why not be independent? So that's where Craft Legends really came from. It's like I'm on the track making music with the people that I came up with, and we want to go see the Wizard of Oz. So we're on the Yellow Brick Road, and then as we get deeper and deeper into the story, it's like, man, this shit ain't what it seemed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do my own shit and still be passionate about it. I don't need to be. Now, if I want to, the question is, do you want to be a part of the industry? Yeah, I want to be a part of the industry. I'll get a distribution deal. Yeah. I'll learn the ropes of the industry, but I'm not gonna sign no deal where it's gonna lock me in and I can't, really be who I want to be, lose that creative control. Like, I'm doing this the smart way. I'm not going to see the Wizard for X, Y, and Z. I know why I'm going there, because I want to help my family, just like the next person. The thing is, I'm smart enough to get off that track and start my own track and to get there. Yeah. Build my own ship to get there. You know what I'm saying? Craft Legends. And that's what I've been doing. I've been in the streetwear brand apparel industry for like a year and a half now. I've had the name for at least 3 or 4 years. The crazy thing about the whole imitation thing is you were mentioning earlier. Yeah. I did a Google search on Craft Legends, and there was no Kraft. Only Kraft was Kraft macaroni and cheese from Bob Kraft, who owns the New England Patriots. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, some juice,
right?
Knowledge.
This thing, right? I did the research, man, and there was no Kraft, nothing. Dude, 4 years later, I see Legends brand apparel. I see some other ones that I'm not gonna mention. That's how much I've grown to understand how important it is to like leave certain things out of the interview, because like, why promote them? You know what I'm saying? If I feel like I was the epicenter of everything that is happening now as far as Craft Legends brand is concerned, why even shed light to that? Just know that if you have a brand, or if you have an idea and you really believe in that idea, you're gonna do everything you can to secure that idea. That's what I'm gonna say. I had to go to the trademark office the other day to speak to an attorney about the name.
$6.
Yo, I mean, to start it, I'm gonna just throw the numbers out there. Well, for the complete process, it was gonna be like $6,750. Now, there's probably people out there who listening right now, like, damn, this nigga got, I can get it for this much. I mean, if money's not the issue and you really want to secure it, then you'll secure it. As far as how you felt like you were being manipulated, that's another insecurity. I'm beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more worried about the long run. Not some $200-$300 that I can make back if I work hard enough, if I do an overnight or extra overtime or whatever. So don't look at it from a financial aspect. Look at it from like a futuristic standpoint. If you have something that you believe in, that you really want to take to the next level, 730 Records. What's the thing?
Rebel Life TV.
Rebel Life TV, man. Mm-hmm. You believe in that, you secure that.
True.
That's simple. So that's where I'm at with Craft Legends right now. I started with a few markup jerseys. I even did a project with New Era, which was, oh my god, that was like that was so like clutch. That was so clutch. They weren't even trying to do hats with the boy. They weren't even trying to do hats with me. You know, they weren't trying to do hats with me, but I had jerseys. I had the markup jerseys, and it's like, you know, we're only gonna do the hats if you're a professional team. And I was just like, yeah, I'm a professional team. Look at my jerseys. I just got the jerseys made. So I'm like, all right. They gave me the green light, and I'm like, yes. Did the hats, and then I'm like, I want to do some more hats. I feel like I'm that whole Kanye, Nike, Adidas thing right now. so the second time around, I try to do more hats, and they're like, no, now your logo has to be an actual sports type of logo. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what? That's gonna change the whole image of Craft Legends because it's not a sports team. I'm saying this in my head. But so I'm emailing them and them doing my professional email stuff, and it's just like, damn, how am I gonna convince them that my team, that Craft Legends is a sports team, so I can get these hats? So I ended up making a design that it had the name Craft Legends, but it was like a baseball type of logo, and I you have to compromise a little bit just so you can get in that though. You gotta compromise just a little bit. I ain't telling you to bend over and fucking, you know, touch your ankles and nothing like that. I know fucking ritual type shit. I ain't telling you to do that. I ain't telling you to go fucking drink no goat's blood and shit and start saying some crazy ass rants. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying none of that. I ain't speaking none of that. But what I'm saying is, sometimes you gotta see where other companies are coming from. That way you can learn that rope. That way you can get at least a shoe in, and take your brand to the next level, or take your idea to the next level. And that's what I did. So I got two different type of snaps, whites and blacks, and I got all blacks. And you know, I just got the beanies done, and I'm looking forward to doing some more work.
So where could they got them and shit?
Well, if you see me, if you in Pawtucket and you know, I ain't gonna give too much of that information out, but Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Akinola, and Google, exactly. Akinola Craft Legends, Google. You'll find me if you really are interested. You'll find me. I'm not.
I'm talking about the school though. You know what I'm saying? The marketing and all that.
Yeah. So a lot of the molding of me came from, you know, academia. It came from that area. Like I'm not gonna sit here, you know, and say I was in the streets. I knew people who was in the streets. I knew people who was really about it. I know people who are really out here grinding, getting it in the mud, as they say. You know what I'm saying? I know people who do these type of things. You know, there's.
I'm good. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. There was with two parents who were raising me and trying to steer me in the right direction. There was no real need to stay in that environment that was really influential. Like I seen like a lot of things as far as fast money and how fast you can get it and not really be doing much of anything. And it's like, that's real enticing, you know. I could really go into some stories, but I'm just glad that I ended up in a situation where I had to reevaluate myself. Let me say that. Yeah.
Sometimes we need that.
Yeah, I had to reevaluate myself and my future and what I wanted to do, and that's when my music style changed too. I ended up just creating different type of musics with different messages that really mattered, because if people are gonna listen to me, I want them to hear somebody who has some sense. So school helped me with that. It helped me to articulate my words more. It helped me to be, more like presentable on stage and control the crowd and stuff like that, doing presentations in class and whatnot. And when I would go to class, I would be even more amped to do a presentation in front of the class, because I considered myself an artist at that time. Even I was like really an artist at that point. Like this is like in 2011, 2012. Like I'm an artist, So school really helped. And anybody who has time and can afford to take a class, night class, evening class, day class, do it. Just try it. You know what I'm saying? Do the paperwork.
It ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's only gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you really invest your time in learning what the professors have to teach. It's only gonna help.
So where can we find your music right now?
Right now I have my YouTube page up. Akinola. I think it's Akinola Music. Akinola Music, and YouTube.com/ Craft Legends. I think it is. It's been a while since I uploaded anything. So anything you get is gonna be like 2000, like maybe like 13. But ask the people from Rhode Island, man. I'm sure I've never let them down as far as music is concerned. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just gonna be sitting here.
If you from Pawtucket, man,
crazy.
you know
what I'm saying? There's a lot of artists out here who I feel like don't be showing me love on purpose, and that hurts. You know what I'm saying? That hurts my feelings when these artists who are in a position to put me on, they don't show me that type of love. They smile in my face, and I be really supporting them, because I really believe, like the greater part of me really believes that like these people should be where they are because they did work that hard. They don't have to acknowledge me, so I still show love, because like I'm not gonna be no hater and be like, oh, you don't show me love, fuck you. Nah, hell no. It's like, damn, I really wish they did acknowledge me at this particular time, because they're throwing a huge event and my name ain't even on the ticket, and they know about me, and they know the music that I create. That hurts. That's discouraging. That's why you don't hear music from me at this point, because you don't appreciate me. And it's not even just you. It's just like, if everyone's looking at you and ain't looking at me, I might as well work on my craft, work on my brand, and do my thing and pop when I need to pop.
Definitely.
Strategic moves.
Alright, can you talk about the World Star movement?
Yo, shout outs to Charles and Mary Brown for that opportunity. Charles hit me up one day and was like, yo, Ak, I got the opportunity of a lifetime. Made it sound real big talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, me, I was young Ak. I was like, yeah. So I was like, I went out to New York with Charles. Nuke the Lyrical Bomber was out there at the time. Shout out to Nuke. I got all this on video. I documented the whole thing. Yeah, so it was me, Nuke the Lyrical Bomber, and his brother, and Charles Brown, Mary, and Audio Liquor Camp was out there. And this is when I was really rocking with Charles, and I was just loving and appreciating him for really just showing me love, and at least showing me, like, he was like a mentor to me, honestly. But the ego side of me didn't want to accept the fact that he was an older OG who was putting me on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here's me, hot Akinola, writing these crazy bars. How dare anybody try to give me an opportunity? Like, the fuck. That was just me. But anyways, we ended up going to New York, Brooklyn, to the Club Pyramid. And this was my first time to New York to do a performance. Because I had been to New York before, but that was for 106 in Park. Back when Usher. And back then. But so we went to Club Pyramid, and it was just like a long line out there. See all these different type of artists from all walks of life and whatnot out there, and I'm out there with my Akinola t-shirt. It had
African.
It had the whole African continent on it, and white, and Akinola, I am legendary, and like whatever, in like black text or whatever. And the whole legendary part now is to Craft Legends. This happened in 2009. You know what I'm saying? The video was in 2009. Craft Legends was already transitioning to that. but it wasn't crafted. It was just, the legendary idea.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm in there already doing the marketing thing. Like there's other guys wearing other type of brands that are already established. I'm doing my own thing already. So I'm all a little bit ahead of the curve, and the host of the show even mentioned it, like, y'all gotta get your marketing game up, get your t-shirts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So prior to the actual show, the host was like, all right, we're gonna do a cypher. All the artists go to the stage, and we're gonna just have the DJ spin records, and you just spit whatever you feel like, And so yeah, they was spitting, and I was like, yo, there was some decent artists there. I'm like, yo, like there was one artist there that kind of like was taking me through a story. I'm like, damn, I almost felt like I was on the back of that bike on the pegs. Like he was really telling some deep stories. Yeah. And so right before I went on stage, I told Mary to hold my cameras to capture the moment and whatnot. And sure enough, I'm inching my way to the mic, because the mic is like here, and like it's like a pyramid of artists. Like everybody's like moving towards the microphone, and I'm like here, and then so I'm slowly but surely I'm inching my way to the microphone and whatnot. And there's a beat comes on. I think the beat was on 8 Mile or something. I think I heard the beat on 8. I think it was when Eminem ripped some dude to shreds and shit. I heard that beat, dude. I went up there to that microphone. I grabbed the microphone. I started spitting my rap. I blacked out. I didn't even know what the fuck I did. I didn't know what I did. I was gonna keep going because it was just telling me to keep going, and I ended up stopping. The host ended up stopping me while rapping, and I didn't understand, but I just ended up passing the mic off and just fading into the background or whatever. How that video got on World Star is I captured it in July of 2009. So I had the video. Was it 2009? It was July 2010. It was July 2010 because it was July 26th, I believe. It was July 26th. I had that video July, August, September, October, November, December, for 5-6 months before I decided to put the video out. I watched the video myself at least 100 times before I even thought about putting it out. I'm trying to just figure out, like, what did I do? Like, I didn't even remember that. But I'm like, this video gotta go out. They gotta see this. That was just my whole attitude. Like, yo, let's put it out. And so I went on World Star, and I went to their contacts, and I was like, yo, how do you put this shit on World Star? Like, is that upload button? No. You really have to pay legit money to get the video up there. And at the time, I don't even know how I had the money.
Like $720?
It was like, I think $675 for me at the time.
For the small joint, right?
Yeah, $675 for me at the time. That was when it was real cheap. It's like rack now or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. But they I contacted them. They hit me back, and it was like, yeah, put the video on. I wanted them to put it out on my birthday. They put it out. Now I contacted them December 30th. My birthday is December 31st. I wanted them to put it out on the 31st. That way, they put it out. I'm like, yo, I hit them up at like in the evening time, so I would think that by the morning time the video would be out. They put it out that same night, like around like 11:30, 10:30 at night. I was like, damn, man, these motherfuckers don't listen. So the video's out, and people were like showing love, and I'm like, oh shit, yo, people really showing, they really like the video. And people from New Jersey hit me up, people from Africa hit me up, people from New York hit me up, like, yo, like, come do an interview. And I was hyped. This was all hype, and I was like, yeah, like, I'm really about to make it and shit. But what I failed to realize, and this is something that you artists out there need to take note, there's a thing called a life cycle. Any product, it don't matter what it is, idea, anything. Once that idea is established, you have to somehow keep it alive. And that's what I didn't have that awareness, that knowledge at the time to keep this momentum going. You know what I'm saying? So I put the video on World Star. I got all the hype, but there was no follow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have anything after that, and it was just like, yeah, I just got a video of me going to New York to the Club Pyramid, ripping a cypher on World Star. holding down the Ocean State, Rhode Island. Okay, a week later, still hype. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, and it's like, yo, where's the other records? And that was it. And it was like, damn. And I'm still like trying to put things together, but it could never reach that world star hype level. And it's like, well, now I see.
Yeah, have that momentum.
Yeah, you gotta have an arsenal of. You gotta have that arsenal of just weapons. Yeah.
Ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Have that ammunition ready. So you have one big record, come with the second big record.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, any last words you want to say to the people?
Yeah, Rebel Life TV, I want to thank y'all.
No doubt, shout out.
Rebel Life.
Rebel Life TV. Good.
Rebel Life TV, yeah, Rebel Life TV, man. I didn't even smoke either, so that's how you know I'm fucked up already. Shout out to Rebel Life TV for the consideration, man. I appreciate it. There's not a lot of platforms out here in Rhode Island even willing to just show artist loves. They're showing artist loves. They're not being, playing politics and having a select few. They're really doing it the way it should be done, because artists were looking for these type of platforms. Shout out to Rebel Life TV, 730 Records, and shout out to everybody holding down Street Hustlers Entertainment, who've been doing it since day one.
Definitely.
Shout out to Craft Legends, the brand, 420 International Coalition. It's more than music.
No doubt. Pawtucket, man, because I know everybody from Pawtucket is going to be interested in this video.
I would hope so. I would hope so. You know what? I actually ended up growing dreads for everybody. Yeah, so I mean, I got the Chicago influence. Is still a part of me, man. My joints ain't all the way down here, but it's just that was just to let me know that I am growing, I am developing as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like I am improving. Because otherwise, if I don't see growth, man, it's like, damn, I'm gonna go crazy if I don't see something change. And so that's why I'm constantly like trying to reinvent myself. I got my brand, I got just my craft, and that's what I'm gonna continue to work on. And shout out to Rhode Island for giving me a chance. Appreciate y'all.
Better pay. Ain't home, I was led astray. Same hole with a devil stay. But I was told there's a getaway, and since then I've been on a roll like a Chevrolet, trying to grab a hold of my soul. Think I better pray, cause I know the Lord's judging everything I said and say. So for the record, I'ma let it play. One love from the fitted cap with the letter A. Yeah, it's Akinola in its thankful state. I'm walking on water with some ankle weights, trying to stay afloat of the strength of fate. Even though I'm just getting started and the length is great, I keep it moving like I was never trained to wait. And flow good on tracks like trains and freights, with the aim to refrain from the same mistakes, while I maintain change and obtain some cake. I swear to y'all, we gon' flame this state. They really think we playing in the game, just wait. I swear to y'all, we gon' flame this state. They really think we playing, ain't ready. One brother dies and two brothers die.